So how has meditation benefited me in my life? 7 years ago, when I was learning to be a teacher in yoga and meditation, was also a time when I was going through a major transition in my life. At that time, I decided to open up a space where I wanted to teach people about this modality. So I am a big believer is don't preach until you can practice. So this was a big experiment in my own life. How does meditation change the way I perceive the tension, pressure, stress, and friction that comes with dealing with so many transitions in our lives? So when I was starting my business, I would meditate every morning, and ideally, I teach people the best time to meditate is before the sun rises, when it's still quiet, when you can really sit with your mind and process it. And I would sit with it, and there are certain techniques that we teach, and I would try different techniques of meditating, eye focuses, sound, mantra, breath. There's so many things. And as I would meditate, I would find that during my day, I had more control over my thoughts. I would have more control over the anxiety that is natural when you're going through any kind of transition. I would have more clarity of mind, which means I could focus on things that were important and not let my energy get consumed that weren't important immediately, that didn't need my immediate attention. And I found out how much of my energy is stored in that pockets of tension that we hold that we don't know how to deal with. And this happens with every human being. It's very subtle, but we all hold so much energy in tension, and we also hold a lot of energy into what we pay attention to. But with meditation, I found out that once I start to recognize where I'm holding tension in my body and my mind, I could actually release that energy. I could release it so it could be used by my mind to guide me and target me towards the things that were very important for me to take care of that day. And over time, using that practice, the whole process of transition, the whole process of creating and establishing a new entity became effortless. I would not be as stressed out as I would have been when I wasn't meditating. And that's where I started to really fall into this practice of, this is amazing. If I can meditate for 11 minutes a day in the morning and just deal with my emotional body where I am not spewing out stuff which I haven't yet been able to understand in myself, or it's coming from somebody else's reaction and I don't know what to do with it. I'm not pouring it out on somebody else in my moment of frustration. I can hold it long enough, I can guide it, and I can clear it off my mind, I can clear it from my body, and I can be who I need to be and work in the way I need to work with the least amount of tension, pressure, stress, or friction.